The idea took a lot of years of formation, but I'll tell you the first time I started to think about it, which a lot of people have heard before, but I'll say it's this. My family was in Israel, and you know my father's a survivor, and my parents took their 5 children and our families to Israel. And we were at Yad Vashem at the community of lost villages. You know what that is? There are walls and walls with just the names of villages in Europe that no longer have Jews in them. And it took us a long time, and we found my father's town, which is called Rodimno. And we went in front of that town, and there were 23 of us, and we took a picture in front of that town, in front of the word Rodimno. And my father said to my children and to his other grandchildren, "This is a nail in Hitler's coffin." And I left and I started thinking to myself that I have 200 and something kids in school that are never getting these messages, and how can I give them what my children have gotten, all these messages all through the years, and there are lots of them, on what it really means to give back to the community, to live through horrible times, but to know that you have an obligation to help other people, to make the world a better place. And I started talking to other people, other parents in the school, and other people on the staff, and together we formed the L'chaim Project.
It's incredible. I can't believe that I could be part in listening to these people's stories. I mean, hopefully they'll be around for a long time, but they're starting to age, and so it's very important to listen to what they have to say. And it's just amazing to hear what they could do after what they went through in the Holocaust. I thought it was really different than I thought it would be, because I found out so much stuff that I never knew about her, and it was all really striking because I never knew that she went through all of it until she actually told me. And I was just really moved by it because it was my own grandmother telling me the story. I think that this story should, the Holocaust should be passed on from generations, even though it's something that's sad that's happened. You might want to forget the sad things that have happened in life, but I think it's something that should be passed on so people can remember. These people were willing to tell their stories, so I think it's a good thing that it's not that we're celebrating what happened to them, it's we're passing it on so people can remember and see what horrific things that have happened to them. It's not celebrating the destruction of those 6 million people. It's passing it on so people can remember what's happened to them.
Last year, a group of 8th grade students from the Solomon Schechter Day School in Stoughton, Massachusetts, learned all about suffering and perseverance when they began interviewing Holocaust survivors. It's part of a program called L'chaim, which means to life in Hebrew. 2 of the survivors, Sam and Siddy Natanson, and 2 of their young interviewers, Shauna Salzberg and Noah Davis, are here with us in the studio. Welcome.
Can I borrow some paper? Yeah. Imagine you lost everything. Everything you can imagine. Your clothes, almost your identity, your family, everything is gone. And you have to move to a totally new country and just start afresh. You can't really imagine having nothing left unless you've really had nothing left.
They're kids when the Holocaust is starting.
Right.
So we'll ask them, what changed your everyday lifestyle when the Holocaust happened?
Yeah. What motivated you to survive? That's a good one.
Yeah, good one.
Siddy, I wanted to ask you, how did this project get started, the L'chaim Project?
Sam and I got a telephone call from Jane Cohen, who is the principal of the South Area Solomon Schechter School, telling us that they're intending to teach all about the Holocaust, but more so about the people who survived and triumphed and persevered after the Holocaust.
It's important to get all these stories on videotape. It makes it really important to make sure none of this ever happens again.
It's been said that those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. You can find those very words at Germany's notorious Dachau concentration camp. Halfway across the world, the children in a small Tennessee town never used to think about the Holocaust. In fact, they didn't look far beyond their city limits. They were featured in a 2003 documentary called Paperclips, and to this day, they're helping teach the world a valuable lesson. So in 1998, Linda Hooper, the principal of Whitwell Middle School, set out to change that.
Back in the 1940s, Norwegians wore paperclips on their collar to represent the people who were in the Holocaust at that time.
To understand what those numbers really meant, they decided to collect one paperclip for every person who was killed.
This project has taken us and our students literally all around the globe.
Most recently to the South Area Solomon Schechter School in Norwood, Massachusetts, where they sang with new Jewish friends.
41 voices made one sound.
What a moment in heaven.
This collaboration showed what every school in America could do if we put our minds to it.
Your leader, Linda Hooper, is now known throughout the world, not only for this project and for understanding the impact of this project, but for staying true to who she is. I have rarely met a human being like Linda Hooper in my life, and I will forever think of her as a role model.